Hello, YouTube. I am hanging out with you. A random Wednesday night. I was just on the Oasis virtual platform. It was really fun. I got to virtually hang out with some awesome people, including someone who found out about it from my channel, which I thought was pretty fulfilling. Anyways, the party ended there and I wasn't done socializing. And I thought, yeah, let's hang out with my YouTube peeps. So here I am. I'm just smoking a little bit of weed and relaxing. I'm drinking it's like sparkling water with a little bit of flavor. Kind of not as exciting as it sounds. Whatever. I'm in my jammies. No bra, but I'm in like, pajama bottoms. Oh, there's my kitty behind me. See? Yeah. So, hello, King. Nice to see you. Just hanging out with you guys. Just chilling, a little bit of illin'. I have a new shirt to show you. I guess I'll do that after I smoke my joint. Did you guys catch my vlog from my sex date the other day? Hello, I'm Mike from New Zealand. That is very far away. I hope you caught that vlog though, because I finally got laid. And hello, Darstone. It was glorious, frankly. I gotta say, there's something to this doming thing that. So is this Jack say? Sorry, just see you cucumber up. I'm jerking. Okay. Scott says, hello, beautiful. Might come to New Zealand. Man, I can't even get to the States yet. We'll see. King says, I'm from Louisiana and I'd have to visit Canada one day. Hello, Tony from Oklahoma. Ken Smith from Canada. But yeah, no, the doming thing, I am having a fucking blast being able to be like, now do this and now finger me and go slower, go deeper. Like I'm able to direct. Hello, Scott from Ohio. Hello, Mike from Baltimore. So it is quite the revelation for me recently to realize maybe I want customized sex. Maybe I'm sick of just getting what the man's throwing down. What if I don't want to be fucked that way? What if I want to decide how I want to have sex? And then it's just I feel like it got us in this certain sense of like, I've just decided maybe I just want to fuck men who want to give me what I want. And if I'm brave enough to admit what I want, they might just give it to me. So, yes, I do know, Ray, you are from Texas. You're one of my original from the start fans. Of course, I would know that. I think I even mailed you things when you bought them from my fan page. So anyways, the doming thing was really fun. Daisy, you're making noise. You see my kitty? Daisy, you're making noise. What are you doing? Oh, she licks her lips. That's her way of telling me I'm hungry. And now she's looking at her automatic food dispenser. And it must mean that it's about to go off. Let me think, because I have to open this up and see. Is your automatic food dispenser about to go off? Let's see. Where's the fucking app? I have no idea where this freaking app is anymore. Anyways, it is what it is. But basically, that thing will suddenly go off maybe in like 10 minutes. And so she's watching it like a hawk. And you'll see that cat who is obese, yes, but doesn't like to be called fat. You will see her dive in the air to go get those food morsels. So it is quite funny to watch. I might even lean back this way so that you can actually watch it when it happens. I might even move this so that you get a better shot. Sorry, baby. Didn't mean to scare you. Okay. So I want to see her dive for that food dispenser. Okay. All right. Let me catch up on the comments. Okay. Let's keep going. What is it that I want right now? Well, with sex, it depends on the night, but for me, it's like I want to be fingered, I want to be kissed, I want to be caressed, I want to be slowly and not deeply penetrated for a little bit before they go deeper and harder and faster. For me, if a guy goes in there full steam ahead, like I could kick his ass. Like I could be like, you are, no, I need a more on-ramp than that. Okay, let's keep reading. I'm trying to get better at not mumbling, so I'm going to do my best to read these comments better for my podcast listeners eventually. King says, I think every woman out there wants the sex life you have. Well, what's interesting, King, is I actually went over 10 years without having sex, and I forgot what it was like to be desired, and I had absolute morbid fears about sharing my body with anybody, and I got over that, and it's a miracle I got over that, but I did, and that's why I like to use my channel to show women and men and everyone in between that everybody is a wonderful gift, and it's the only one we got, and you just got to own it. You just got to dress it up the way best you can. It's kind of like what Carrie Bradshaw said on Sex and the City. Sometimes you just got to accessorize the outfit you've got. Yes, so that is that. Tony says we need more women like you. That's very sweet. Jason says he's about to burn himself. I don't know what that means. Danny says cutie pie, cats get ungrateful when they grow up. Yeah, well, she's a cute, cuddly one. She's right. Look at you. Here, watch. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Are you cuddly? Are you? Are you cuddly? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Did you know you're on YouTube? You're working for your rent money. She's my favorite little thing, right? She's not a thing. She's my kitty. I know, baby. All right. Let's see what else I'm missing out here. You keep an eye. I don't want you to miss it. When that thing goes off, you see that cat will dive, okay? Okay, let's keep going. Kevin says, how are you doing this evening? I am doing well. Tony says, loved. Just done smoking, lots of weed. Weed is definitely legal in Canada, and so is a woman's right to choose. Just saying, we're still human beings here, full ones. Anyways, moving on. You should come to New Zealand. I mean, I would love to come to these places, especially to do a sex club tour. So if these clubs or anything want to invite me and a small crew to come and record, I would love to go. Daisy, you're making a lot of noise. Honey, you're making noise. Why are you making noise? Oh, she's still watching that thing like a hawk. I'd love to go pick her up and cuddle her, but then if that thing goes off, she'll go crazy in my arms. So anyways, yeah, so I was just hanging out. I'm in my jammies. I put some makeup on and thought, I might as well get some mileage out of it. But yeah, if you guys want to ask me any questions, you're welcome to drop them in the chat. I don't really, not anything's really off limits. You're 40 years old. I am 38 years old. I'm about to turn 39 in a few months, 2 months. And never would I have thought I looked forward. Hey, never would I have thought I would look forward to 40. Never in a million years did I think I would be a single woman at 38 looking forward to 40. I am looking forward to 40. I am looking forward to 41 and 42 and 43 and 44 and 45 because I plan to be in this lifestyle, having great friends and great social events for a very long time. And the best years of my life are ahead of me in this lifestyle. And so for me, I'm looking forward to 40. Oh, I do not look 22, but that's very sweet of you. I will tell you a very interesting true story. I had a quarter life crisis when I was 22, and I refused to kind of grow up for a few years. And so I actually made my family put 22 on 3 separate years' birthday cakes. So I never actually had a 23rd birthday or a 24th birthday or 25th birthday because I just stayed 22. It was a real crisis. I had issues. I had to go to therapy. I had a hard time growing up. Look at me now. I'm still not grown up. I fucking love my life without responsibility. I love that I don't have children. I love that I have no alarm clock, basically. I love that I have disposable income because I have no kids, frankly. So for me, I'm just thrilled with where things have landed. Okay, I want to see some questions in the chat. You guys have got my captivated attention. I'm still looking at my nipple covers from last night or the other night. I never used them before, but if you've ever seen the, I don't know how to do that. How do these people do that? It's just this part that has a non-sticky part so that it's actually not sticking on your actual potentially sensitive nipple. It's the sticky stuff, which isn't even that sticky, is just around the other sides. Yeah, why grow up? Nothing but trouble. I agree, man. I mean, for me, I feel like I still just didn't grow up, and I never had to, and no one can ever make me. Can I put my ankles behind my head? I think I can. If a guy's pushing down on them, yes. Yes. You have a kid that's 22. Wow. Nothing's legal in Liverpool, which makes the buzz even better. Well, good for you, but for me, I was always with anxiety smoking weed when it wasn't legal. I would always be afraid I'd get in trouble, and then that doesn't help when weed can cause paranoia and stuff too. So, oh, thank you, MILF Man, for saying my eyes look stunning. That's very sweet of you. How many swinger clubs are in the Toronto vicinity? 4 right now. There used to be 5, but the pandemic closed one called the Ozone. There is Oasis Aqua Lounge in Toronto. There's M4 in Mississauga. There is the NYX Lounge in Oakville, Ontario. And then there is the X Club in Mississauga, Ontario. So there is, I've done all of the video tours except for M4. And if M4 would like me to do a video tour, I would love to hear from them. Okay, would I perform SPH live on here? What is that, SPH? Can you define what SPH is? Day-to-day job. Do you work from home or go into work? I have a full-time day job. I work from home. I'm in IT software stuff. I love it. I love my team. I love my job. It's not that demanding right now. It used to be. It's not that demanding right now, which means that I can basically spend my days doing that and my evenings doing Torontounicorn, and it worked out really, really well. Okay, let's keep going. Are you allowed to smoke weed in the swing clubs in Toronto? You are not allowed to smoke weed inside the clubs, but you're also not allowed to smoke cigarettes. You have to smoke weed outside in the designated smoking areas. Black Lane says, thanks for normalizing sex talk. Well, thank you for saying that, because 2 of my models or heroes are Sue Johansson, who did the Sex with Sue show, and she's one of the first pioneers who normalized talking about sex, and she did a lot for our generation. And then there was Kim Cattrall on Sex and the City, and one of my favorite quotes was when she said, because she basically showed women having casual sex on TV for the first time in a series, and it was really like a shocking thing culturally at the time. Keep in mind, it's been a long time since Sex and the City aired, right? But she said, I loved when people started out blushing and ended up cheering. And those 2 are my biggest role models. I hope to, almost desensitize the mainstream world about talking about sex so that we can all just get a little more comfortable, being around the topic. Some of us love sex and want to be around it, and we should be able to do so within our own quarters, at least. Okay, I'm going to keep reading these awesome questions. All right. Milfman, beauty and brains, the perfect combination. Milfman, I have to show you something. Shit, it's in my room. I have to show you something. Hang on. So I sometimes wear dresses around the house just when I'm not going out. And one of the ones that I wear around the house, I don't necessarily wear it out, has brains, beauty, and booty. So it's just a dress I wear around the house. But I just had to show you guys that. Danny says, what a fucking cool job you got. I wish I had that. Thank you. I do feel very blessed. I also love what I do. Like, I'm really good at software implementation and bug testing and things like that. So yeah. Did you ever think about going to Sandy Bottoms? I love M4, but I am a Saturday couples nights. Yeah, Sandy Bottoms. I have an OnlyFan who actually has been telling me all about Sandy Bottoms, and it is definitely one of the places I want to visit to check out. I have not gone to a lot of places yet, and I hope to get a lot of invitations because, to be honest, I just want to be able to go and show people with my video camera how this lifestyle manifests different places in different ways, right? It's not all about a spa sex club like Oasis. I had a very big culture shock when I went to my second ever sex club, and I was like, whoa, it's different here. Okay, let's keep going. Big Al presents as I am disabled, wheelchair with spinal issues. How is a swinger life for those with disabilities? So I will say that make sure you check the website for the swinger clubs in advance. Oasis Aqua Lounge is not wheelchair accessible. I actually, some people are really upset about that. It's an old ancient, historical heritage building. It really is just, it doesn't have that accommodation. So you always should check. But there are swinger clubs and sex clubs that are one level, so you won't have that problem. I believe, well, doesn't even if they have multiple levels, you don't have to go to the other levels, is my point. Yes, I think the X Club was good for that. I think, I have to look into this. But yes, you should definitely check. But in terms of participating in the lifestyle, of course you can. Just make sure that everything has accessible so you don't have that issue of literally barred from getting into a situation. But I don't see any reason why you would hold yourself back. I saw somebody at Oasis the other day with a walker, and I felt bad because it was hard to get through with all the doors they had to open through the place. And I just thought, of all sex clubs, he would have been. Oh, watch! Did you see? She dove. The food came. She dove. That's also my voice. I audio recorded my feeder. Okay, so I'm going to keep going up and reading the the questions. Okay. Danny says Kim Cattrall is fucking hot. She's actually from Liverpool as well. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I knew she was Canadian. Yeah, she's an inspiration, and you don't have to love everything about what she did, but she paved a lot of way, and I think that's what I hope to do for the swinger community, or even just, plus size women, whatever, represent the freedom of this lifestyle, especially body freedom. Like, I feel great in this body, doesn't matter what I weigh, doesn't matter what size I am, whatever. I have not weighed myself in a very long time, and I don't plan to weigh myself for a very long time. Who gives a single shit what that number is? All right, let me keep going. Rare says that we went and they loved it. That's good. MILF says you should wear that dress on camera. Which dress? The one that I have to be careful, that like see-through kind of dress. That was a really fun dress. I have a lot of those photos on my fan page, I think 40 or something. It's crazy. Okay, let me keep reading. Todd says, have you been in the situation where you wanted to continue to date the guy, but it ended because the guy didn't like the idea of the lifestyle? So I have not dated a lot, but I have had gone on dates with people from vanilla world, meaning normal mainstream world. And I noticed that I felt like I did not want to have to convince somebody to want to be a swinger. I realized that if somebody was really nervous about the idea of a sex club or something, it kind of turned me off. Because I don't want to coach somebody to want to fuck other women. I want them to want to fuck other women with me, And so I think that for me, I've recently realized that I have to date within the community, which most likely means it's also non-monogamous, which I'm also okay with. It's just very confusing because I'm not poly. So I think I'm just solo poly or something like that. All right, let's keep reading. Okay. Hello, Terrence. Milfman says, how do you deal with a guy or couple that you had sex with where you don't want to do it with them anymore? So it can be awkward, right? Because sometimes you don't want to have to say you don't want to do it anymore. So you just dodge them or ditch them or whatever. But for me, I just try to not be as socially involved with them so that there's no opportunity to be asked to go fool around. There's couples that, for example, single men. There's many single men that I have had plenty of great sex with that I do not currently sleep with. It's not that I don't want to sleep with them as much as it's more about our time has passed kind of thing. And I enjoy being around my friends who I have, for example, B is one of them. I enjoy being around those people, even though we're not sleeping together anymore. That's great. That's the whole lifestyle. I love that. Especially because B fucks all my friends and he does a good job at it. All right. Okay, let me keep reading. R said, there is also the blind guy with the cane who comes. You're right. There is a blind man that comes. Jason says, you let men pamper your feet. I mean, not so much. Like I wouldn't accept a random feet pampering, but if I was dating a guy or like into a guy and he wanted to pamper my feet, sure. R says, okay, no, that was, I already read that one. Zachary says, if you had to choose, Daisy, are you making noise on purpose? I'm not the only attention whore in the house. Let's just put it that way. You heard me. My cat weighs a lot, man. She weighs like close to 30 pounds, okay? I don't want to talk about my cat's weight. I think my cat is the most cute, cuddly thing in the whole world, and it hurts my feelings when people call her fat, so I just don't want to talk about my cat's weight. Yeah, so I have a new shirt, and I made it on my swingershop.com. I'm not going to put it on because that means I have to like change, but vanilla is for ice cream, and there's the small upside down pineapple. Daisy Duke, why are you making so much noise? Hey, why are you making noise? Why are you making noise? Can you chill? Anyways, yeah, so if you guys want to, this was a large. I'm going to be designing, by the way, all these designs, once they're approved, are going to be put on all sorts of different styles of clothing. So this design is going to be on a low cut, like a tank top, and like all sorts of other clothing for women, men, whatever. So it's more like we're just trying out the designs, and then we're going to diversify the products. Very excited to have that shirt. Okay, let's keep reading. Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dollface from Dallas. Okay, Zachary, you said if I had to choose between an MFM, which is a male, female, male, FFM, which is female, female, male. Okay, he gave a whole bunch of those things for the rest of my life. Which one would it be? I think for me, I would say group, because I like other women involved in sex with me and other men, and I like other men involved, so it wouldn't just be a threesome. I would like variety. So if I had to pick one for the rest of my life, I'd pick group. Let's see here. Where are you shopping for your outfits, online or around Toronto? Most of my outfits come from Shein or Amazon. I have an Amazon storefront at amazon.com/shop/Torontounicorn. Daisy Duke, stop making noise. Come here. We're going to cuddle. We're going to force cuddle now because you're making so much noise that now we got to cuddle. Yeah. Want to go on YouTube? Do you want to? Do you want to say hi to YouTube? Hey, say hi. Say hi. Anyways, don't knock down my glasses, please. So yes, I'm afraid actually of letting her up here. So I'm just going to restrain the cat. What's my favorite current cannabis strain? I have a few. Zach's Cake is something I'm currently smoking right now that I like. I get from a dispensary here in Canada that I really like. How's the weather to you? Nice and sunny, a little bit brisk and cold. Show built for BBC, I guess. I mean, that's one way to put it, I guess. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to, Daisy. You know, mommy loves you so very much. Okay, let me show. Hi. Hi. Do you want to put on lingerie and dance on YouTube like mommy does? Did you know that my cat has asthma too? And I gotta put a puffer on her every day. And it's so cute because I have to like put this little mask on her face and be like, just breathe for mommy. All right, you want to go down, baby? Here, you go down. There you go, honey. Okay, let me keep reading. When you said that guy scraped his D on your teeth to make you feel at ease for not hurting him, first of all, Danny, great job. You have referenced a very old one of my videos, and I'm very impressed by your knowledge of Torontounicorn's content. It says, I only need to pick a stray hair off my bell head and it's out. That guy needs a high five. That's just it. Some guys don't like teeth on their D. This guy did. in a certain way. And so for me, that just put me at ease. But if you don't like it, then don't let a girl think it's okay, because then she'll be more careful to not put her D, or to put her teeth on your D. Thank you, love of me. I think it's Mimi Lee, something like that. The t-shirt. Thank you so very much. I love my kitty too. My cat is friendly with strangers. She's very tolerant when I have groups over to have swinger time. She's chill. I actually, if I have more than like 5 people though, I usually get a hotel though, because I don't want to upset my cat. So that's why. Why we never see you with high heels. Patrick, you want to know why? Because it hurts our fucking feet. So I like to wear high heels for photo shoots and for like maybe a few songs at a nightclub, and then they come off and they put on more suitable shoes, because after I hit 30 years old, I realized I don't need to hurt my feet anymore. It just isn't worth it. And so that's why. But I do have high shoes. I also have like stripper heels. But I'm terrified of breaking my ankle, so I won't walk in them. Yeah, so I'm actually going to smoke more of my joints, actually. It's sitting right here. Daisy, what are you doing, honey? Oh, look it. She climbs. Hey, Ari, you're getting to see Daisy do her little jungle gym. Oh, no, she's stopping there. We'll see. Okay, let me keep reading. You could send the shirts to some of the women, men that Cam just a thought. Also Reddit, OnlyFans. That's not a bad idea, Herman. Right now I'm marketing my own content, but it's a good idea to even put it out to some of my swinger friends, and yes, it is a dick pillow. I can show it to you. Hang on. Now I'm going to try and say this with a straight face. This is my ergonomic cuddle pillow for when I'm lonely. It's just, tickle, tickle, tickle. You can just do all sorts of things with it, and it can cuddle you and support your neck. But yes, that's my dick pillow. I tell you. And then apparently my mom is coming to visit, and she hasn't visited in a long time. And I have to literally go around my apartment and take away everything that's sexual. And I was like, shit, that's going to take some time. All right, let's keep looking. Let's see here. Do you remember the first time you looked at a woman in a sexual way? Yes. I remember going on a few first dates with some couples that ultimately did not turn into a threesome, because ultimately I had to cancel. Like Mother Nature came and got in the way and stuff, but still I had to cancel. But I remember being like sure about wanting to like fool around with women, but not knowing that I was not a lesbian, but not knowing that I was bi. I thought I just wanted the exoticness of like a woman. But that was in my 30s. Okay, I'm still reading. Oh, Ray, remember us in Atlantic City? I still tell people about the fact that you guys have is it you who has the on-site hotel? I think it's genius. And I wish that Ara and I specifically could make our way to Atlantic City for that invitation. So don't think I haven't forgotten. I'm just not sure how to financially or like sort out the travel and stuff yet. But I would love to. I would love to make that happen. Especially if I could put your club on YouTube. Danny, I always risk the sharp teeth for the ticket to Pleasure Town every time, though. That's got to be a given. Okay, all right, that's good to know. Dasha says, I haven't had sex in years, and I have had a hysterectomy. Have any suggestions on how to ease back into having sex? I worry about pain since it's been so long. So what I will say about that, now I recently had sex like even just 2 nights ago after not having sex for 2 months, and it was a little tight. Okay. So I can imagine what it's like after a few years. The first time I had sex after 10 years, the guy's dick didn't fit. I even have a video about this. The guy's dick didn't fit. He had to loosen me up with his fingers. Here's my advice. Get comfortable with a dildo, smaller, work your way up. Pleasure yourself to the point where it feels good before you can expect a man to kind of do it. And maybe this is when average to small size dick men will shine. Because if you are worried about pain, you're going to look at the men who are smaller on the dick size and be like, oh my God, that's going to feel so good, right? So that's also something I'd recommend. I think for me, when I had a hard time coming back from not having sex, I had a hard time connecting with my body again, and even just playing with my body and realizing my body deserved pleasure and stuff like that. And I think once you get over that hump, it gets easier. But I think you should definitely invest in nice toys to experiment, and make sure you're aroused. Find something that arouses you, because nothing is going to feel good in your pussy unless you're really aroused, in my opinion. So that's, well, I speak for very tight pussied women, I guess. Okay. Thanks for the question, though. I really like, especially a lot of women who haven't had sex in a long time. I'm with you. I have the same history on my record. I lost a lot of years. How is everyone showing love from Missouri? Hopefully, if you go to my website, Torontounicorn.com, I do have a link where you can find swinger clubs in your city or state or country or whatever. So if you want to look up Missouri, I'm sure you'll find something there. I love these questions. Keep them coming. I'm just going to keep relighting my joint because I keep forgetting about it. Anyways. So I talked to a lawyer today about Torontounicorn's coaching business, and I'm excited to move forward with it. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be doing the first few as hand-picked complimentary coaching so that I can get some experience doing it, and maybe even record for YouTube. Blurred faces are fine, sure, but I might be doing some coaching, first of all, like pro bono up front, but then as a business after that. So I'm excited. I'm hoping to help people become good swingers, especially if a husband and wife, for example, are like, hey, I want to, give my wife a threesome. I've never had that. Well, you know what? It's fucking hard to have a threesome if you're not, don't know how it all works. So if you could pay somebody like me to basically escort you through the community to the most successful path, I think that's worth something to people. So let me help. Okay. I'm going to ask, so I like to play a game when I'm in person with people called intrusive questions. And I like to ask intrusive questions. I like that word because it provokes people and people are like interested, and that's the point. I don't like boring questions. If somebody wants to talk to me in small talk, I'm really not in the mood. Like, I don't like small talk at all. Danny says, to dash a lube shouldn't be frowned upon. There's plenty of girls I know who say how great they would have experienced it if they didn't frown upon lube sooner. Maybe that'll help with your hysterectomy thing. You know what? You're damn right. Lube is one of the best things for us ladies because it can solve a lot of problems, especially if you get the right one, right? Like if you're in your ass, a water-based lube. If you're using a condom, you still can't use a latex-based lube, right? So you have to use a water-based lube. So you got to remember to use the right one. But lube is a great thing. Great thing. Guys just need to stop taking it personally when they're like, oh, does she not get wet enough for me? It's like, it's not even about that. It's like our plumbing. Like, don't get so, anyways. What age are you into more in couples or singles? I'm usually about 35 plus age. Very, very few exceptions for that. But yes, there is. And someone asked me the other day, how do I make exceptions for the younger men that I sleep with? Do you want to know the answer? Now, I will only sleep with a younger man if I have already seen him sleep with other people and thought it was good. That's all. If he fucks well, sure, maybe. But I don't, and again, I don't mean any disrespect, but it's a time in our lives where we need a certain level of men with experience and know-how, and we don't want to tutor. And I don't, sometimes women don't want to think in sex. Like the other day I had to give some feedback to a male who was participating in the scene with one of my fans turned friends. And I was saying, we don't want to think. Stop asking us what position we want. Just fucking move us. Just grab us and move us. Stop making us think in sex. That was my point. Okay, let's keep going. Milfin says, I wish if society were more open about sex, because if they were more, women would be open like you. Even as a guy, I have never liked how women who are sexually open get criticized for being with multiple men. So this, it's true. And I grew up in the same, world as you guys did. And when I was younger, there were girls that were the town sluts that like people looked down on. And like at the time, I wasn't this enlightened. I was also conditioned not to have sex with a lot of people. And like, I thought I better not, I don't want to be called dirty. Like I lived under the same fucking regime, frankly. I'm calling it that intentionally to be provocative. Anyways, yeah. But now I like that my channel specifically and other channels that are in the swing talk community, which is a trend hashtag on TikTok for the swinger community, they are representing women's sexual liberation. And people like R and Amelia and others on my channel and newlyweds, things like that, they are showing what it's like to be free from those the cloak of shame or of what someone might think. Who gives a fuck about that? Nick says, hey girl, we talked to you in the pool. You were looking for guys and couples for us. Oh, that's so funny. That's awesome. What night was that, Nick? I wanna refresh my memory because I know the name Nick, but I want to make sure I know. Keep the questions coming. I really like them. The more intimate, the better. Keep it interesting. If you don't, I'm just gonna ramble. All right, I'm gonna ramble. All right, let me think. Okay, a while back we were talking a lot of the. Well, that's so cool. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that we've met in real life and that you're still hanging out with me on YouTube. I think that means a lot. My girlfriend was Bailey. Okay, I think I do. Wait, I think was your girl. Is she brunette? And did she take her top off halfway through the night and it was a big deal? Is that your girlfriend? Let me know in the chat. Johnny says, you're fantastic. And my hero. Oh, that's so sweet. No, she was named the whole time. Named? I'm not sure. Oh, naked. Probably naked the whole time. Okay, Bailey and Nick. Did I meet you the other day? Anyways, I meet a lot of people. I'm so sorry if I'm mixing you up, but you don't even have a profile picture, so you can't be mad at me. Okay, let's keep reading. One of them is asking what makes me the most wet. That's a good question. What makes me the most wet right now? I know. 3 whole girls at my command. I didn't realize it made me that excited, but it does, because even though I don't finger myself when I'm like doing this, I like the idea of D's and holes at my direction, at my liking, without my body being necessarily part of it. Weed makes me wet. Well, weed makes me dry actually, because it sucks out the liquid in my mouth for pasties, right? That's so funny. Okay, keep the questions coming. I really like them. Feel free to also like share a secret if you want to, and feel free. We're a friendly community. By the way, have you guys heard of Discord? Because I have a Discord channel now, if that's what it's called, and I have no idea how to use it. But apparently it's a place where we can come together as a community, even when I'm not there, and talk to other people who like Torontounicorn swinger stuff, right? So if you guys want, like, search Torontounicorn on Discord, sign up for the community. I'm going to learn to use it. If someone wants to teach me, that'd be even more helpful. Nick says, let's go to Oasis and orgy it up, people. Well, we should. Discord is easy to use. Yeah, I just don't know how to strategize my use of it. And like, I have it. Is it called a channel? Like, first of all, is it called a channel or is it called something else? I don't want to sound like an idiot. But yeah, so I am on Discord. I just don't advertise it yet because I don't know how to use it. But if you guys want to stay in contact with each other, that's a good place. And that's what the other swingers do on Swing Talk. They have a giant swing Discord that's like 16,000 people or something. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of swingers. Anyways, okay, if you guys don't have any more questions, I've got to run out of things to say. It's called a server. Thank you. So if I call it a Discord server, okay. That's good. I don't want to call it a channel. It's a server. Okay. Okay. Hello. Nice to see you. Boston, is that your names or Ghost Dog? Do you ever play with fans? Well, I do, but it's not like I won't play with somebody because they're a fan. Let's put it that way. I'll be honest with you. If somebody's a fan and they like to gush about how much they like my content and stuff, that's going to go over well with me. And then if there's also sexual attraction in a bit, like later, then yeah, maybe. I mean, I've already slept with a few fans, including some couples. But I actually really like it when people are diehard fans. Like some of my best, closest friends watch all my content, all of it, without skipping a beat. And that's how I like it. I like the people who are like in my life and up to speed because we're friends. Like, why not? Why not? Anyways, what gets you off best, directing R? Or I think there's more to this. Nick, because we would love to take you out. Well, Nick, I have no recollection of what you guys are like, but I'm sure if we hang out again in the pool, we can see what happens. Knowing how we fantasize about you. Oh, okay. So because I see, so it says, what gets you off best, directing art or knowing you fantasize about me? The reason I have an OnlyFans is because I like to show men and women in couples, more, so that they can have more to fantasize about and more to see and reveal the curtain, or to look back behind the curtain of my life and see more than I would ever normally show. Let me just keep seeing here. Let's see. Knowing how I fantasize. Have you ever run into that guy where you called him by the wrong name when you had to sign his name? No, that was Mr. A. I never saw Mr. A again. Just ghosted me. Just completely fucking ghosted me. Yeah, he doesn't matter. He wasn't the right guy for me. I don't like being annoyed by certain people, and like he annoyed me with certain mannerisms and stuff. And like, so here's just a real example. So he did this thing that kind of annoyed me on Valentine's Day, which I don't really love Valentine's Day. I just call it like February 14th, whatever. He takes me out for dinner or whatever. We go for dinner. And I ask him in advance not to get me a gift. I'm like, I don't really like to celebrate Valentine's Day, but like, I'm happy to go for dinner with you, whatever. So the guy shows up with flowers and a card. And I was like, okay, now I'm holding these flowers all day. That's not the end of the world, sure. But, it's nice. It's a nice thing. But I also was like, you didn't have to, right? Like I asked him not to. Anyways, he gives me a card. I open it up. It says like from Archie. Okay, great. Like, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, whatever. So 3 times that night I had to hear, can't believe I got you the card, right? And I was like, yeah, like, it was sweet. Thank you. And then like 20 minutes later, remember when I got you that card? I bet you were surprised. Like he just wanted me to like pet him like an animal, be like, good boy for giving me that card. Good boy. Like how many times do I have to fucking do that before the card isn't worth the fucking card? So me and him were not the right people for each other. And unfortunately, I also called him by the wrong name, but you know what? Whatever. That's also the last time I ever hung out with Jay, by the way, but no one ever asked where he went. That was a long time ago now. Many moons ago now. If I were to fan you up, it would be dinner, not sex. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Let me keep reading. It says, I like how empowered and empowering you are. Thank you very much. That is very nice of you to say, Johnny. I'm very happy to have an impact, hopefully a positive one on people. How the fuck could someone ghost you? I got ghosted by a few people. So remember I went on a date with a guy that I called Mr. Sparkle? Well, I was smitten, man. I liked this guy. He gave me the feels. I was like excited. I would have put money on a bet that I would see him again. And he never hung out with me again. And like just never texted me again. Like I got straight up ghosted for after one date, and I was sad about that, and that was the last time I've dated, actually. Yeah. No one ever asks what happens to the guys that I hang out with. Like, when they disappear, people just don't notice. It's funny, it seems. What stuff do you like to watch when you're high? Danny, my life is Torontounicorn. I cut content all day long. I have to make YouTube videos. Then I have to make my OnlyFans content. Then I have to cut up all my content into all these different pieces for all of my various TikTok and in other social media accounts. Then I have a website. Then I have a merchandise line. And then I have a day job. I don't get to watch a lot of other people's stuff, but I have loved watching an autism dating show. Like, absolutely loved it, because it's called Dating on the Spectrum. It's on Netflix. It's because autistic people have this natural honesty. And I love watching them look a little clumsy, but their honesty is so revealing for us even more. Other people who don't know why we do things on a date. So what do I mean by that? They know how to go in and they get coached on how to say, like, we need to find common interests. That's how we'll know if we get along. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize how important common interests were. I guess, like, yeah. And then they'll say things like, I really want to hold your hand, but I don't want you to think that I'm going too fast. Is that okay? Like, they'll say things out loud that most people just don't admit. And I think that it's, like, really beautiful to see such honesty in these dynamics. So I just loved it. I love this show. Okay, let's keep reading. I really want to. What stuff do you like to watch? Let me see here. Do you like to use whipped cream or ice cream in the bedroom? Hang on. Let's see. Sometimes. I actually put a sundae on ours boob once because I brought a bunch of snacks to Oasis. And so we had, like, chocolate sauce, whipped cream, a cherry, and then she was inviting certain people to lick it off. So actually that was pretty good. I'm gonna have to. I'm having fun here. Okay, let me keep reading. Yeah, that show is fucking amazing. I've got ADHD, so I'm kind of on the spectrum. Dating, I also have ADHD. When I smoke weed, I walk back and forth my apartment. I pace. Actually, I dance a lot too. But I also have some characteristics of autism, but, like, it's really the honesty. I'm very, very honest naturally, and I don't know how to almost not be honest. And so in a way, I'm like, does that make me autistic? I don't know. This whipped cream is delicious. Okay, so Milton says, you are absolutely stunning. I don't get how anyone would ghost someone who is as open and doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks, which is so sexy to me. Thank you for saying that. I don't know. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Maybe not everyone wants to be involved with somebody who is on YouTube. Maybe somebody doesn't want to be involved with somebody who looks like a narcissist. I understand it looks a little narcissistic to be like, here's my life. Come look at my life. Like, here's my life tomorrow. But I never started out with the sense of just doing this for the sake of needing attention or validation or anything like that. It was more of like a, hey, I have a sexy swinger story or something or something like that. And so it's funny how I know I must look to people very almost self-involved. And I understand that cannot be that attractive to some people. But for me, it's hard to not be involved in my own business when my business is me, right? So it's like, I understand I might look that way, but I don't feel like I'm narcissistic or anything like that. I'm empathetic, actually. So, like, anyways, it's just one of those things where I can imagine it must be hard to date me. That's all. Having said that, I'm not even trying to date people. I'm just trying to have a decent fucking sexual relationship or platonic relationship with people and have it be meaningful. Okay, let me keep reading here. Yeah, get put into the autism spectrum box. Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, I just think that everybody is a bit built and wired a little differently. And I think sometimes it can just explain some things, you know? I do tend to have a lot of fans who are on the spectrum, a lot of Asperger's, because like I think that they're very relatable with me for the most part. They're also very honest and like my honesty. Yeah, I relate well to autistic people usually. Question answered, LMAO. Love, enjoy your energy. Well, that's good, Jonathan. I'm glad. Um, let me see here. You said you work in tech. When did you first get into tech? So I got into tech by accident. I was working more as like an administrative assistant, and I ended up getting, switched from one position to a job in a IT department. And then when I was in there, I found out my passion for software and things like that. And so I kind of worked my way up inside there. So, okay, let us keep reading. Michael said, guess what happened to me? Danny says, my ADHD made a lot of people pissed off thinking I'm a bad boy. Haha, not my fault. I could tell you had it all, so yeah, I do. Literally, this is my day in a nutshell. I'll be like, okay, it's time to get dressed. And as I'm halfway getting dressed, I realize like my shirt that I want is like in the other room. So I'll go in the other room. I'm not finished dressed yet. And then I realized that I haven't put the dishes away. So I started to put the dishes away. And then after I put the dishes away, I forgot that I was getting dressed. And so then I start making toast. And then eventually I realized that I hadn't quite gotten, that's ADHD for me. And I'm medicated. I do. I take a small dose of medication every day for it. I think if I got to go to Toronto in the club, I would meet you, right? Well, I'll be honest. One of the most common questions I get asked is, "Well, can I meet you? Can I take you to the club?" I don't meet strangers, but I do go to the club often, and I love meeting fans there. So if you ever see me there, I would love to have a conversation, especially if you've watched my content and say so. I like people who invest time in watching my content. I also like people who share my content because this is an underground community for the most part, and I'm blessed to be able to have a YouTube channel, sure, but I can only say so much, and they can only help push me so much. And if you could share this to anyone you think is interested and knowing what the inside of a swinger club looks like, please share my links. It would mean the world to me. Just make sure you do it in front of people who would be supportive, hopefully, and not get mad. Okay, are you heading out to the Everything to Do with Sex show on the 15th? So I am planning to go potentially to the Everything to Do with Sex show, but not necessarily on the 15th. I'm not sure what day, because it's that 3-day weekend, but R and I are planning to go together one of those days, yes. Okay, do you know who Hans Asperger was? No, I do not. Michael, you didn't ask. Guess what happened to me? I live in Nova Scotia. Oh no, did you have anything with the hurricane or whatever happened? What happened? Milfman said, would you ever come out with t-shirts where you put yourself on it in lingerie? Because if I had a t-shirt with a porn star on it and she was on a stack of pancakes with a strawberry syrup on, interesting. I mean, that sounds hot. So you had a porn star sitting on a stack of pancakes with strawberry syrup on it. I like it. I mean, that's an interesting idea. I do have my logo on t-shirts, but I don't have a picture of my face yet. I do have stickers. Let me show you these stickers because they're like some of my favorite things. Hang on. Let me just find them. What did I do with my stickers? What did I do with my stickers? I don't know. I don't know where my stickers are. I lost my stickers. Anyways, I have a lot of stickers I'm making too with my, oh, your power was off for 10 days. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's like forgetting how to live with it again, Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Your pillow has your face. It does. Let me show you that actually. It's true. Let's see. Ready, Freddies? Are you ready? There's one side that has my logo. Okay. Na 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 na. You can order this right now on my Torontounicorn.com. I mean, I have fans who have ordered this. I would love for you to cuddle me. Pillow not included. It's just the pillowcase that you're buying. Okay, so if you type in Google, you find the shirt. That's cute. That's a good idea. I like this idea for what to put on swinger shirts and stuff because that is a part of my business now. I love designing it. Mm-hmm. Oh, my cat has already been all over the place. You missed it. She dove for the food, and then I had her on my lap, and then she was down there making noise. So she's been around. Okay. I still have the sticker you sent me. Oh, Ray, that's awesome. Yeah, I actually have Torontounicorn stickers. Where did I do? I really have to do a better job of coordinating my Torontounicorn stuff because I don't know where it all is. It's kind of crazy that I don't know where my shit is, but anyways, yeah. So whenever I meet fans at the club, sometimes I hand them a sticker of my logo. That gets cute. And I'm going to be making more stickers to hand out soon. Wow. Well, I'm glad you got your power back, and I'm honored you're spending some of your, time on your electricity with me. You have a nice butt when we can still see how big it is with pajama pants on. Your house is perfect. Oh, that's so funny. And I'm pretty sure I'm wearing like bikini briefs. Yeah. Yeah. No, I did not get dressed up for you guys at all. I was already in this. I'm going to sleep in this. And I was like just hanging out. And I was like, okay, I like going live. I liked when you guys hung out with me the last time. So I want to kind of do it again and hang out with you guys a bit more. So any more questions, I would love to answer them in the chat. So drop them in. Have you guys been listening to my podcast? If you ever are in a car, a long car ride or something, that's the opportunity to watch some old shit maybe you missed on my channel, because I am literally putting content in the podcast audio, and it doesn't take data. Like you listening to it basically over the radio, you download it, right? So it's like, I don't know how podcasts work, whatever, but it's not the same as video. But anyways, yeah, I've got a lot going on here. And I've got a big order of swinger clothes coming any day now. I cannot wait to showcase it. Now, it might not be on my body because my body is only meant for some clothes, not others. And I bought some dresses that likely are not even my size. So I'm going to have to find some of my swinger friends that are a bit smaller than me to model these for my channel. We'll see. Anything for you, Unicorn? You put a big smile on my face. Oh, that's sweet. The upside is it was a bright and sunny day today. Well, that's good. And yes, I do have a very big butt bed. I always have. Yeah. So yeah, keep asking questions. Yeah, so I did the virtual Oasis event tonight. That was fun. Oh, and then while I was on the virtual event, there was a guy that came on and said, hey, I just learned about this place a week ago and signed up. And I didn't ask him because I didn't want to be like, not everybody learns about Oasis from me, right? And then someone else in the chat was new, and they said, like, you should look at this playlist. And then the guy sends my playlist. I was so touched. I was like, oh my God, that person just sent my playlist to someone else. And maybe, did he know I was on the video? I don't know. But I was like, I am really reaching people. People are really listening and joining this lifestyle and finding themselves invited. This man was cheered when he joined this event today, and I encouraged him to go on camera, and we talked to him, and we enjoyed, how much bacon he was eating, and we made him eat the bacon in front of the camera. It was a great time. And I think it's nice to see people take a chance on this lifestyle because of what I say about it on YouTube. And man, it's you guys are a lot of great people. You said I was naked behind my place and got a nice sunburn. Ouchie, ouchie. You guys in here tanning. I can't tan. There's another shirt where the woman has an apron on and she's ironing a shirt, and it says wifey, that your shirt would be better if you were on it. But yeah, that's true. You know what? I really like this idea. I do have my face on a mug, I think, too. Yeah, and my logo and stuff. You found your tribe of the horny. It's true. and I'm illuminating the path for others to find the tribe too. And I think it's better for everybody, you know, hopefully. I just want to try more clubs out. I want to try hedonism. I want to try like desires. I want to try all these places, but like they need to invite me because I'm, you know. You gotta love a girl with ocean blue eyes. That's definitely my ultimate preference. Your guys are luminous. Eyes are luminous. People love you're amazing. Oh, thank you. That's nice. Well, my daddy gave me my eyes. My daddy is not here anymore, but he had very nice eyes too. So my whole family has the similar eyes, except one of my sisters actually has one brown eye because she had an accident when she was younger, and so she has one blue eye and one brown eye. Yeah, I have two sisters and a brother. Yeah, they're all older, and I don't really keep in touch with them right now. Yeah. I find workout wear really sexy. Leggings, tops, t-shirts, and shorts sexy. Yeah, me too. I wear Lululemons a lot, like those yoga pants. Love them. I like to wear a lot of t-shirts. Like I'm just like a t-shirt girl. I don't know. That's why I make t-shirts into t-shirts, not these kind of shirts, because I wear more t-shirts. But yeah. So keep the questions coming. It's been an hour now, so I'm probably going to have to call this soon unless you guys keep peppering me with enough questions. So I'm willing to stay on a little longer if you guys want to keep asking. Another idea would be wearing a bikini, which you look awesome in, and you could drink some alcohol and put wifey material because they also have a shirt like that as well. Wifey material. That's cute. That's cute. R gave me a shirt sample that had a picture of a rhino because it was from a zoo, and it was like "Save the Chubby Unicorns," and I was thinking about doing something like that too. Yeah. But yeah, no, I have yeah. That's funny. Most of the family got blue eyes. I got hazel brown to green. My mom must have been a swinger. That's funny. Excuse me. Well, they do have that strong belief that, you know, eye color comes from one side only. Anyways. Have you ever been out to the East Coast? Yes, as a child, but not as an adult. No. But I was in Nova Scotia, Dartmouth, when I was younger, because that's where my mom is from. East, west, north, south. I have no idea what that is. Like, I'm not only when I live in Toronto did I have to learn east, west. Yeah, south shit. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll take a look, Milkman. Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, I know I love coming up with these shirt ideas because I would want to wear them all, you know, and that's why one of my biggest pet peeves is funny shirts, and so mine are all meant to be funny. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I talked to a lawyer today about like how to protect my brand and stuff and not get sued, and how to run a business of, you know, helping couples or singles, you know, fulfill fantasies, things like that, whatever. And you know what I didn't fucking ask? I fucking didn't ask a very important question. Shit. Fuck. Whatever. Anyways. Yeah, no, it's thank you guys for joining. This has been really fun. I am clearly a little high, but not high enough because I keep smoking this. Sometimes I dance around like I'm having the time of my life when I smoke weed. And I was thinking about sometimes live streaming that, but I was like, first of all, I get in trouble if I play a bunch of copyright music. Like I just do. But I don't know. That's a different level. That's a different side to Torontounicorn than you've seen. As me jiving it up and dancing it up, you know. Hello, Anthony. It's nice to see you. Yeah, shoot your questions in the chat. I would love to answer them. I'm going to be off soon, though, because I've already been live for an hour. And I feel like I've emptied your I was going to say your balls of questions, everybody, but that's kind of, I don't know. There's women in here, too. You know what's funny is I remember when I got my first female paid fan, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I like being, I like that women are attracted to me. It's very cool. Have you ever caught feelings for any of your partners? Kenneth, I've cried many tears over boys in this lifestyle. Yes, I have. Sometimes the feelings aren't necessarily romantic, want to be boyfriend, girlfriend feelings. Sometimes feelings are just attachment, you know, but still, yes. And I have got my heart broken in this lifestyle by a friend. So it can happen to anybody, I guess. You just have to, choose wisely where you invest your heart space and head space. And know that sometimes, people are in your life for a short amount of time, maybe, and they still meant something. And, sometimes it's okay for that to be where it stays. And that's not always easy for somebody like me. I don't like endings, and I just think if you make really good a soul connection, which I got mocked for saying that for him. I got mocked for saying I felt a soul connection with him. But I did, and I felt like he was a friend. And then anyways, he eliminated me when I became a burden to his new girlfriend. And that's not what a friend does. So that's the end of that story. But I got my heart broken, and I didn't show it on YouTube. I cried a lot, and I dealt with it through journaling and therapy and all of that. And my friend R helped me out a lot too. But, it goes to show that, like, even if people don't mean to hurt people, it just doesn't mean it's unavoidable. And you can find yourself even walking into a sex club and walking in on somebody who maybe matters to you having sex with someone else. That's always hard too. Sometimes, not always hard, but sometimes hard. I see you, honey, and I've already been adjusted my tone. Okay, here we are. So, you are naturally beautiful because when you wear pajama pants, it looks sexy. That's so cute. I'm glad you guys like my pajama pants. Is it wrong for a man to want to eat a woman's ass on the first date? No, not at all. I eat a lot of ass on the first date if it's the right person. Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. Life goes on, Ray. I mean, it goes on. I just will say, I think the whole point of me saying that wasn't to shame him or anything, because we all just have different priorities in life, and sometimes things just go in different directions, sure. But the point was more to say we're not all Teflon to our feelings here. We have feelings. Sometimes they can get hurt. Sometimes you can break up with somebody who you used to swing with, and then you have questions about, well, what happens with these partners that you swung with? Like, can you, So yeah, no, there's really some real life stuff here. Do you like to eat a guy's ass? Yes, I do. And I also have a video about that. About the first time I ever did that. Storytime playlist. By the way, I started watching all my content from the beginning again when I have time. And it's hard to watch. It's a bit poor editing. There's music playing in the background while I'm talking. The lighting is terrible. I'm just like, I got a lot better with editing, but my goodness, I started off a little bumpier for sure. But yeah, I'm still like, part of me wants to make like a compilation, whatever video of my favorite parts of all these videos. But I think the work in that is just so significant. And I think I'm losing the enjoyment of watching all the content when I'm trying to also stop and edit. So I think I'm just going to start just watching it and just reflecting on it. Because I just hit 26,000 subscribers on my YouTube today, actually. So that's a pretty big deal. 26,000. Let me keep going here. It says, I like the bit between the ass and the balls. Like to have, that's what the area is called, the taint or something like that. Yes, a lot of men do. I like to flick my tongue there. Let's see. I like the, what is it? Have you had the opportunity to climax when a man is eating your? Yes, I have. I think. Yes, I have. Yes, absolutely. Especially when they're fingering that. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys. 26,000 subscribers is pretty cool. I still get way more views on TikTok than I do on YouTube. So, for example, I put videos on TikTok today. One of them already has like 10,000 views. And then I put a video on YouTube today. That's a #1 video from my channel. And I only got like, 3,000 or 4,000 views. So I'm like, well, TikTok is where I get the views. It's not YouTube. Well, it's both, actually. It's both. But that's what's funny is TikTok, some of my little clips get like 350,000 views. I'm like, wow. Wow. This thing keeps coming out. All right, I felt that hand thingy coming. I knew it. And I felt good about it. It's fine. I did what I didn't do. I did not use TikTok. Oh, yeah. I have many TikTok accounts. And if you search the hashtag Torontounicorn, all my TikToks from all my accounts will show up. And that's the best way to enjoy my TikToks. And please share my TikToks with people that you might think are on your friends list that might be interested. The more people that see my content and enjoy it and share it, we're helping women's empowerment. We're helping, body positivity and sex positivity. And you guys can be a part of that by sharing that and having helped with that impact. So let's see. Help me out. Hello, Friday Harbor. Smoke weed and enjoy Coca-Cola. Sounds fun. Hey, what's the fan page? Dead? Yeah. Well, I still got like 500 views on that video, Ray, but it's not worth it to keep posting. I don't make videos for 500 views. Like that's not worth my time. So I just have to let that account go, sadly. But I've got many other accounts. My biggest one right now is actually called Find Me on YouTube. That's my username. Find Me on YouTube. And it's I have one TikTok there that's got 354,000 views or something. Let me see here. So my main TikTok. So this is Swing Talk. This is my Swing Talk one. I've got the top 4. Like, oh, can you guys see that? No, not really. No, that's not gonna be very easy to read. No. I try, guys, but I have lots of TikToks, but you can check it out. All my links to my TikToks are also on my website. Hey, I could have like a little elbow patch. That's funny. All right, I'm winding down. Does anybody have any more questions before I log off? You got to keep me stimulated. I'll stay, but you got to keep me stimulated. Or you got to give me something. I'm going to go eat a sandwich. I don't even care that it's midnight. It's fun. All right. Well, Maple Leaf Gardens. Yeah. Maple Leaf Gardens. What? What are you asking? You're absolutely beautiful. Completely love your confidence. Truly appreciate your advocacy for the lifestyle and the empowerment of women. Thank you so much, Anthony. That means a lot to me. Yeah, I really love what we're doing for women empowerment and too. And in a way, I also love what I'm doing for men, because some people in the lifestyle look at men like ornaments to be used for their sexual pleasure, right? And not as real people with real potential hopes and dreams and stuff too. So it's not, I'm not saying there's like a, I'm not criticizing people, but like there's a lack of humanity sometimes in these gangbang situations and stuff. And I want to help men also feel a little more respected and invited and special and chosen, because you guys deserve to feel that way too. And I think you guys want to feel that way too. So I try to advocate for that too. And one of the hard limits that I do give when I help be, an orgy director for someone seen is I don't like to harshly reject men. If there's someone who you don't want invited or included, there's a nice and a diplomatic way to do that. So I'm very sensitive to that. If you did catch my podcast with Strictly Anonymous, great. It's an hour-long interview about all things orgy director. If you didn't, please go watch it. It is literally the video, 2 videos before this one where I said I was interviewed for a podcast. The link is in that description. It's a full intimate hour with Torontounicorn, and I like talking about what I feel like I'm contributing to the world. So when do you go live next? I don't know. I tend to not plan in advance. But because you guys seem to like it and say so, and participate, then I will more likely do them more. And that goes for a lot about women and men, right? If you keep giving good feedback, you're going to get more of something, right? Danny says, nice rainbow star nipple covers, babe. I'd keep you stimulated. I'm a bit of a caveman, though, who thrives off natural red-blooded urges. Got you. They call those primal in the lifestyle. So if there's certain dominants that go by a primal categorization, and those are the people that basically, red blood. Sometimes they growl like they're like, they have primal sex. Okay. Do you use your feet? No, I don't personally, but I know my friend Elle had a man ask for a foot job once, and she didn't know what that was, and suddenly he put his D in between her feet, and she was asked to rub it. She's like, all right, whatever. Yeah. Daisy, you're so cute. I just woke her up to say, like, she's cute. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. And now she's like, what? That's it? You had nothing else to say? I'm sorry. Beautiful. She's very sleepy. That's my kitty. I hang out with my kitty all the time. Oh, Anthony, are you a huge fan of R? Did you know that R is watching right now, too? You could even say hi to R right now if you wanted to, and I think she might say hi back. Yes, R has her. There she is, right? Got to run. Good job. Thank you, R. It was nice chatting. Hopefully you can say hi to Anthony. Look at Anthony's all starstruck now because Miss Goddess R is on the same live. So, anyways, yeah, I had a lot of fun hanging out here tonight, guys, and I hung out with you a lot longer than I planned to, and that's a good thing because it means I had fun. So, yeah. So I hope R's still here. If she's there she is. Yay! See, you got a wave from R. Did you know that R goes unblurred on my fan page? Literally the same story time videos you can watch for facial expressions there, but you can't watch them on YouTube. I'm just saying, some people like R. That's where R is. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for saying that, Friday. I really like that. Make sure you subscribe to my page and like this video. I'll do more of them. You do growl like that. Yes. Yeah, that's the primal thing for sure. Well, you guys, I've had a wonderful time. Thank you so much. I hope to do more of these. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. All righty.